Hey, how you doing? This is Pastor Greg Hintz from The Place Church, and today I just wanted to look at Luke chapter 11. And I love Luke chapter 11 because it's so popular. In fact, it's someone, whether you've ever read the Bible or never, you've probably heard this portion of Scripture in Luke chapter 11. Now, it's a time where Jesus was praying. And he was praying, and it tells us in chapter 11, verse 1, this. Now, Jesus was praying in a certain place, and when he had finished, one of his disciples said to him, Lord, teach us to pray, as John taught his disciples. Now, in this verse, the disciples are talking about John the Baptist. That was Jesus' cousin. And John the Baptist had taught his disciples how to pray. And now Jesus' disciples, they're looking to him. Now, it's interesting that it tells us at the beginning of the verse that Jesus had been praying. And I think about that, and I think about the disciples, because as Jesus was praying, the disciples were listening. And there was something about the way that Jesus was praying that they wanted to learn. There was something different about the way Jesus was speaking that they wanted to apply to their lives. Now, I want you to think about this in your life. See, the disciples were close enough to Jesus to see what Jesus was doing. Now, I believe in our lives, it's the same way. That each and every single day, we make a decision of how we're going to live, of what we're going to do, of where we are going to position ourselves. And my question for you today, are you positioning yourself in a position to see what Jesus is doing? Are you positioning yourself in a place where you're close enough to hear what Jesus is up to in your life, but also in the activities of this world? Every day we make a decision of how we're going to position ourselves, of the direction where we are going to face. I remember learning this thing, and it had to do with being able to tell where someone's heart really was. So as you're communicating with a person, the trick they taught was to look at the feet of the individual. And so if you're having a conversation with your kids and you're questioning them about something that they may have done, if you look at the feet of your child and the feet are looking at the door, they're facing the door, they're not facing you, that's telling you, it's cluing you into the fact that your child wants to get out of there as quick as they possibly can. Wherever their feet are pointed is where they want to be. So if someone is engaged in a conversation, they want to be in that conversation, their feet are going to be directed towards you. Now, I share that with you to let you know that each and every single day, you direct where you want your attention to be. And today, I want to encourage you to place your feet facing Jesus. Put your feet in such a place where it's facing Jesus and saying, God, I want to hear from you today. I want to see what you're doing. I want to hear from you today. What is your plan? What is your purpose? What is your point in all that is taking place right now? What are you speaking? What are you saying? What are you doing in this moment? So, my encouragement for you today is simply this. Point your feet towards Jesus. God bless you, and I hope you have an incredible day.